Welcome to Asian Star Trend. I'm Hannah, and today we've got some hot and trending news to share with you. A kiss in the snow stunned the entire internet. Meng Na is so flirtatious. Netizens are going crazy. Meng Na's recent snow kiss scene didn't just trend, it detonated, pulling in a staggering 1.5 billion views across platforms. It wasn't the plot that won. It was the breath of fleeting, almost imperceptible exchange of warmth in the frozen air that made hearts skip. In the world of short dramas, logic often takes a backseat. What matters is that 1 second where the audience feels their pulse spiral out of control, when reality blurs and fiction grips too tightly to let go. The camera caught her at the exact angle where vulnerability met allure. The snowflakes tangled in her hair, the shallow rise and fall of her chest, the half-parted lips, every frame a calculated accident. Viewers weren't just watching a scene, they were falling, willingly, into her orbit. And once inside, there was no map out for some. She is the goddess of beauty whose charm is almost supernatural, intoxicating without explanation. The kiss was more than romance, it was a trap, woven with warmth and the promise of something that could never quite be caught. Fans found themselves torn between two impossible fantasies: to be the one she leans into for that breathless kiss, or to be the one she clings to, tears blurring the snow, begging them not to leave. In an industry flooded with rapid-fire plots and manufactured twists, Meng Na's moment stands out because it delivers what every viewer secretly craves: pure sensation. It's not about understanding the story. It's about feeling it, letting it crash over you in a wave of intimacy so vivid you forget the world outside your screen. Because sometimes, the most unforgettable dramas aren't the ones that make sense, they're the ones that make you feel like you were there, holding your breath in the snow the moment her lips left his. The comment feed went silent. It wasn't a glitch. And it wasn't that people didn't understand what they had just seen, it was that no one had the words. One viewer, still chewing bread, froze mid-bite and ended up dropping their phone to the floor. Another stood up, turned off every light in their room, and replayed that 13-second kiss in complete darkness because somehow, it tasted better that way. No screaming headlines, no orchestrated hype. Just one scene, quietly and inevitably, burning its way to the top of the trending charts. And yet, you've seen that face before. On posters. In interviews. In countless stills that barely hinted at what she could do. But this was different. The snow clinging to her lashes, the stillness before the kiss, the barely there tremor in her breath, every detail felt like a secret whispered directly to you. She wasn't performing for the camera. She was dismantling the distance between herself and the audience, until you weren't just watching, you were complicit. In those 13 seconds, she blurred the line between character and viewer, between fiction and something dangerously real. It's the kind of moment that short dramas live for, not a perfectly built storyline, but a single, flawless fracture in time that hijacks your pulse and leaves you stranded inside it. And once you've been there, even for a heartbeat, you don't come back the same. Meng Na, born in 1999 in Yunnan, carries an iceberg in her gaze, yet her smile lingers with a syrupy sweetness. I first met her on screen in The Long Desire, in that scene where she and Lin Jingming lock eyes in the snow. It's the kind of look that says, "You kiss me first," yet somehow also, "I've already said yes." The camera dipped low, the wind drifted between them, the lights caught just right, and then, everything went still. The director later claimed that the kiss was improvised. I believe it. Because that sort of heartbeat jolt doesn't come from a script, it's born in the air itself, when the moment quietly leans in and whispers, "Go on, do it." It wasn't about technique or timing. It was about the way the snow seemed to pause mid-fall, the way her breath curled between them like a promise, the way the world shrank until there was only that small patch of frozen earth holding them up. And in that suspended second, the scene became more than acting. It became a trespass into something real, something unrepeatable. The audience could feel it, not as an image, but as a sensation, like frost melting on the skin. That's the danger and magic of Meng Na on screen. She doesn't just play a role, she bends the air around her. And if you're watching, you can't help but step inside. And then came the ranking, its name as loud as its purpose, the Scream List Summer 2025 edition. When the results dropped, Meng Na was number 1. No arguments. Who would dare? Her snow kiss scene had been clipped, filtered, and remixed into more than 500 fan edits. The scene alone, stripped from its story, racked up a staggering 1.5 billion views. It wasn't the plot that won. It was the breath, the invisible current between her and her co-star, the kind you don't just see, you feel in your own lungs. You could forget the drama's title tomorrow, but you wouldn't forget the way her fingers spread just slightly, as if she wanted to hold him but stopped herself at the last moment. That hesitation, that almost touch, said more than any line of dialogue ever could. Second place on the list went to Sun Kai-Yangson, a Beijing Film Academy student whose performance in holding his hand turned her into the poster girl for the daughter-type girlfriend, playful, warm, and the embodiment of unfiltered affection. But that summer, it was clear, no one could outshine Meng Na's 13 seconds in the snow. Not because the scene made sense in the script, but because it didn't have to. It hijacked the audience's heartbeat and held it hostage until the credits rolled. The title sounds sweet, but it burned in the eyes. She's crying, voice cracking as she asks, "Did you ever like me?" Her fingers clutch the male lead's coat hem like it's the only thing keeping her standing. In that instant, the audience's emotions don't just stir, they detonate. That isn't acting. That's a person tearing themselves open and letting you look inside. The list also features Su Mingguan, Zhao Hunan, and Wang Yunyan, each a goddess in the short drama universe, the kind who pull viewers in so deep they forget to come up for air. Su Mingguan, in particular, has become an institution. She's paired with He Kang-gru 3 times, their most famous work after divorce. She took the child and married into a rich family, now cited by audiences as nothing less than a short drama marriage manual. In just a few episodes, it managed to distill every unspoken truth about love, loss, and leverage into scenes that fans replay like gospel. But whether it's the raw, tear-soaked confrontation or the quiet power plays in a luxury villa, one thing is clear: these actresses aren't just delivering lines. They're rewriting the emotional rulebook of short dramas, turning fleeting moments into cultural landmarks. Some fans stay up until 3 a.m. binging their favorite CP edits. Others curse the storyline as shamelessly melodramatic, yet click right back the next day to see if the couple got back together. It's strange, really. The 2025 short drama boom isn't driven by plot or high production value. It's built on a single, rare skill: the ability to look at you once and make you believe. Streaming platforms know it. They've perfected the formula: strong character archetypes plus sensory overload. No one's chasing logic, they're chasing that 1 second when your heartbeat runs off the rails. The shots are tight. The filters are cranked high. The music lands with sniper precision. Viewers don't even need to remember the lines, just the flicker of an eyelid and behind the scenes, often better than the script. That famous kiss? Not planned. The director saw the way they looked at each other and decided to roll. The cameraman pushed the dolly in, the lights went out, and the gaffer sipped his tea, murmuring, "Got it." Post-production pushed it further: grainy textures, low frame filters, micro shakes until even the snow in the background seemed to fall in sync with her blinking. This isn't filmmaking, it's emotional warfare. 1 second you're teary, the next you're in love, the next you're imagining marriage. Short dramas have become handbooks for the human pulse. Of course, not everyone agrees. Some dig up early hits like Legend of Yangtze or Love in Time, asking why those aren't ranked. The answer comes quick: that was sugar. This is poison. A goddess isn't just about beauty, it's about making you wonder if she even has a heart. The comment section is chaos: snow kiss gifs, Chong Sam stills, single frame confessions of old high school crushes. One viewer even sent an edit to their ex: "If you'd been like this back then, our kid would be in kindergarten by now." This kind of unhinged emotional contagion can be scripted. It's an instant bond between actor and audience. You think you're just passing by, but by the time you try to turn back, you're already lost in her world. Short dramas aren't telling stories, they're bottling personas. Whoever you want to fall for, the platform will build for you. So tell me, would you rather be kissed by Meng Na, or be the one Sun Kai-Yangson cries to, begging you not to leave? I'll be honest, I'm torn. What about you? What do you think about today's content? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and if this is your first time watching our channel, Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with exclusive news about your favorite movie and music stars. Thank you so much for watching.